6 years ago, Ryan Trahan felt lost. He had finally found his groove, posting commentary videos that were growing his channel fast. But even with millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, every video he posted made him feel worse and worse. Looking around the internet, negativity always rises to the top, and Ryan knew that his videos were feeding into this. But if we jump forward to present day, Ryan's videos are very different now. He leads with positivity and spreads joy to the rest of the world. So what changed? And how is he actually able to flip everything around? I want to take a closer look at Ryan's channel and find the answer to those questions. And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of personal for me too. I started creating videos because I wanted to share the things I loved with the world. But as the negative content started to perform better and better, I doubled down on that and kind of lost sight of what I was doing. I want to be better. And I think that Ryan can help me learn how to do that. So let's start by looking back to Ryan's beginning to see why he started creating content. Ryan's story starts back in Eagle Lake, Texas, a town of just 4,000 people. Back in high school, he was a competitive runner, vlogging his track meets and sharing them with the world.
Varsity Boys is really good. I got first place.
He figured this would be a good way to help other people learn to love running. In one of his earliest videos, he showed people how to run a faster 5K, and it took off pretty fast. He'd gotten his first taste of viral fame. Exciting! From there, things moved fast. Ryan was one of the best runners in Texas for 2016. Because of that, he got a scholarship to go run at Texas A&M, and the whole time, he continued posting videos on his channel. Some would do well, others wouldn't, but it was fun, and he was growing along the way. Around this time, Ryan made his first $50 from YouTube, and he wanted it to go to a good place. So he bought pizzas and water and handed them out to people experiencing homelessness to help give back. Ryan had found the perfect cycle. He'd put in effort to make the videos and he'd get a reward on the other end of it. And then he could take that reward and use it to give back to people around him. If only he could earn more money, he'd be able to give back even more. So he started his own water bottle brand called Neptune. Not only was this a great product fit for his running channel, but it also allowed him to give back by protecting the world's oceans. Except this ended up being a huge mistake. You see, Ryan was a collegiate athlete competing as a runner in the NCAA. The NCAA classifies their athletes as amateur based on their rules, which meant that Ryan couldn't make any money from his name, image, and likeness. By posting videos online and earning money from his water bottle company, he was no longer an amateur athlete, meaning that he was breaking the rules of the NCAA. And they caught on to him, which forced him to make a decision. Either he stayed in school, running for Texas A&M, or he took a shot on his channel with just 14,000 subscribers, hoping that it would work.
Hey guys, as you can see by the title, I have to drop out of college. But some people are like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's gonna happen to you. Like, oh no. But in reality, like, I personally believe in myself so much. I truly believe, like deep down in my heart, that I'm going to succeed. And I'm the kind of guy that's gonna work for it, and I'm not gonna give up.
Ryan clearly believed in himself, and he knew it was possible for him to make it if he just didn't give up. But the problem was that he just didn't know how to get there. Leaving school meant losing his sport, his path, his career, and even his house. The pressure was high, and he needed to make more money. The best way to get there was going to be finding a way to grow his channel. It started with experimenting. He tried out a challenge where he turned a penny into $1,000. Then he vlogged trips that he was going on, and he even tried posting workout guides for other people to use. But the biggest issue is that he was just all over the place. The work was taking a lot of effort, but it wasn't really going anywhere. So he decided to try the simplest possible option, sitting in front of his camera and talking about something that he found funny. Wait, I'm sitting in front of my camera. That's crazy. And in his first video, he chose to talk about Hannah stalking and Lele Pons with their wild comedy. He put this video out with very little expectations, but what happened next would ultimately change his life forever. The video took off quickly, getting millions of views over time. So Ryan doubled down, creating video after video talking about things that he thought would get views. Amazon product reviews, getting TikTok famous, copying James Charles, and even looking back to old YouTube trends. The views were pouring in at a crazy rate, and his channel was growing big time. Ryan took a moment of desperation when he was forced to choose between multiple dreams, and he managed to succeed. His belief in himself had finally panned out. But knowing that, why did this success make him feel so terrible? There had to be something going on between the lines. Something was missing. Let's go back a second. When Ryan created videos, he wanted to help people in whatever way he could. Instead of following this selfless path, his success only came at the expense of others. At this time, if he wanted to grow his audience, he had to make fun of others online. These wins weren't fulfilling, and it was ruining Ryan's creativity. But he had already gone through one period of growth. Surely he can handle this. So he started by breaking down what was working, and he decided to remove any negativity from his videos altogether. His first video in this format was simple. He tried painting his face with his own face. Now, it didn't blow up, but this video felt good. On to the next. He rented a dog for 24 hours. This performed very well, and it made him feel good. On to the next. From DMing celebrities to lowballing people on Facebook, things were doing okay, and he felt happy making content again. And then it really took off. He posted a video staying overnight in the world's largest potato, and everyone loved it. I actually discovered Ryan's channel somewhere around this time, and I fell in love with the videos that he was making. It was happy, it was positive, and it felt different from what everyone else was doing. Even though he had uncertainty, it was all working, and his channel, business, and revenue were all growing. He had millions of subscribers, and his content was making a huge impact. But still, all he could think about was how he could get more and more and more. I can't help but to feel that exact same way right now. I hit 100,000 subscribers about 6 months ago, and I feel like instead of celebrating, I was so focused on how I could keep growing more. When really, I just want to be able to appreciate and be grateful for where I'm at right now, in this very moment. Soon after, Ryan had a realization that would change his life, and I think I'm ready to learn more about it so I can help be better as a creator myself. When Ryan looked back to every phase where he felt unhappy with what he was creating, it all came down to how he was working. The bottom line was this: either he was spreading negativity to the world, he was caught up in the YouTube hamster wheel, or he was focusing too much on the money. Neither of these three were going to be sustainable. When he started to reflect, he remembered back to the earlier days when he created for the greater good, when he shared videos simply trying to help people out. He realized it wasn't about growth, it wasn't about profit, it was about doing good in the world around him. And one day he heard about this concept called redemptive work, and it all clicked.
Basically, we started off this year and I just wanted some sort of motto. We're like on a team meeting in January, and I really wanted to figure out a way to make the videos we're making not feel exploitative. We discovered this thing called redemptive work. You're seeing people that are just copying other people's videos, crapping out whatever video they can, and like putting a good enough packaging on it and getting tons of views and like making tons of money. And redemptive work, the difference is what we build is we create for restoration. The whole goal of the video is different. We are going to creatively instill in this project as much as we can so that whoever receives it as a gift and is rejuvenated by it.
In the traditional work world, we're all conditioned to do something called exploitative work. In this world, we must win at all costs, so we work to beat down our competition and turn failures into successes. We work for reward, where our success metrics are profit and productivity, and we're result-driven, meaning that if you're not growing, you're dying. And we're raised into this type of work too. We go to school and try our best to get good grades, comparing ourselves to our other classmates. And even if we get good grades, we still always have room for improvement. We're not at 100%. Sure, this system works well, but there's a better way that allows us to have more impact and fulfillment, and sometimes you can have even better results along the way. And this is the concept of redemptive work that Ryan had discovered. In this model, the work is designed to give back to the world. For Ryan, this means presenting his videos as a gift to give. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it matters if you're giving your all with each piece of work, and instead of working for profit and gain, you work for impact, aiming to make a positive difference on those around you. So how do you practically do this? The biggest difference between exploitative and redemptive work is in your approach. Your goal is to give at all costs with redemptive work, and the easiest way to do this is with sacrifice. But why did this matter so much to Ryan? It's not like he was leaving behind that bad of a negative impact, right? Well, let's go back to what I mentioned at the start of this video about negativity. The truth is that if we compare negativity and positivity, it's the negativity that has the longer lasting impact. Check this out. The City Reporter is a local newspaper based in Russia that wanted to try being more positive. So they chose a day and decided to post only good news for that day. And in reward, they lost 2/3 of their normal readership. Dang. We're so conditioned to gravitate towards negative content that we don't even know what to do without it. That means that just shifting the content to be positive isn't going to be enough. You need to have sacrifice and impact to go along with the positive content for it to make a difference and really take hold. That's why Ryan was focused on redemptive work, because it wasn't just about feeling better about the work he was doing, it was about making a difference in the YouTube space as a whole. Dang, man. Ryan's story is really inspiring to me. It brings me back to a time when I was creating to give back instead of grow my channel. When I raised money with my friends to buy groceries and give back to the people around me. When I decided that I wanted to share content to help people in my position. And when I wanted to show small creators how they can grow. Somewhere along the way, I became more focused on the views, the numbers, and the AdSense. But I have an idea to make a difference. More on that at the end of this video. In the meantime, back to Ryan. It was time for him to start trying to make redemptive content for the first time ever. And it started with his first video of 2022. I spent 100 days in the metaverse. Let's take a closer look at how he built out this video. At the time, the metaverse was the biggest trending topic and people were worried. What if the metaverse took over our world and we lost touch with reality? Ryan decided to make a major sacrifice by spending multiple days in the metaverse trying this out. His goal? To live as his ideal self in the metaverse and make friends to build up his confidence. And things were going great for him until you looked around. His interactions with his wife and his dad were disconnected and sad. He was in the metaverse and he couldn't really connect with them. Around him in his room, you can see plants dying and his room becoming a mess. His real life is falling apart around him as his metaverse world gets better and better. But you see, he shows you the path out of that right now. At the end of the video, he decides to meet up with his one close friend throughout the video and show that you can still have the same confidence and impact as your true self in the real world. Following the guide of redemptive content, this video is the perfect example. He made a sacrifice for the greater good of the world by showing what happens if you spend too long in the metaverse. He presented this as a gift, a positive and fun video that we can all watch together, and he did it without concern for what he got back. But that was just the start. He put out a lot more videos just like that, from living in 2D to spending time in darkness. The key to redemptive content isn't just being positive and being happy. It's about flipping a negative mindset through sacrifice and experience. And that's what Ryan does in his videos, and it made him have fun along the way. But this isn't even the best part. For years, Ryan was chasing the view count, looking to get higher and higher levels of YouTube fame, and it was draining. But with these newer videos, he only looked to get fulfillment and joy from the impact that he was leaving behind. And in doing it, his first 6 videos of the year got almost 150 million views. And that metaverse video that I showed you, it became the most popular video that he's ever uploaded. Whoa, I feel like I've been missing this for so long. I've mentioned that I love making a positive impact on the world, but knowing that I can flip a negative thought and belief into a positive change is something that I've never really thought about. I know that YouTube content has the potential to make a huge difference in the world around us, and Ryan is showing me that I can do more to make this change right here, right now. But this next phase of Ryan's channel was where he was going to make the biggest difference in the world. It started on June 1st of 2022 with a simple goal and a penny. Ryan wanted to cross America using only a penny while posting daily videos and raising money for Feeding America. The bigger the donations he got, the more impact it would have on the episodes, so people could participate live in the videos, and it got everyone very excited. But what was the redemptive twist on this series? I mean, he's just crossing America, right? Think about it for a second. Crossing America on a penny is an impossible goal. Solving world hunger is an impossible goal. It just sounds so freaking hard to accomplish. Ryan's goal came in 2 parts. First, to accomplish something that does sound impossible. If he could do that, he could prove that much bigger goals could also be achieved. And he would make a sacrifice by living off of nothing for a month to see what his life would actually be like. The penny challenge wasn't about bringing Mr. Beast a penny. It wasn't even about raising money for Feeding America. It was about making a difference in the mindset and how we approach the world around us. By crossing America with a penny, he would allow us to believe that solving world hunger would be possible one day, with just a little bit of extra effort and a little bit of sacrifice from everyone. And in this process, Ryan's goal was just to raise $100,000 for Feeding America. He didn't do that. He raised $1.4 million. Redemptive content works for Ryan. It makes a difference on the world around us, and it allows people to get exposed to his content along the way. Over the last few years, Ryan has continued to adapt his redemptive videos and focused on extending his reach farther and farther with the messages that he had. Looking at his channel now, his biggest impact lately has come from shifting how people look at the world. Online reviews are a huge source of negativity, and he's helping to flip that around by proving that anything can be a positive experience with the right mindset. I don't care about the viewership anymore. I mean, I'm grateful for it, but what really makes a difference is impact. And to make this happen right now, I want to give back. I just made a donation of $100 to Feeding America, Ryan's favorite charity, and I'm going to be donating the entirety of the AdSense from the first month of this video's views as well. Which means that by watching this video to the end, you just help someone out who might be in need. Ryan's story inspired me, and I hope that I inspired you. But now the question is, what can you do to inspire the next generation? The world is full of possibilities. The internet gives us solutions to our challenges, and I just want to be here to help you navigate that path along the way. If you're still here, it means you probably enjoyed this video. I recently made a video about TikTok, which you're probably going to want to check out if you're still here watching this right now. Do it. You're going to love it. I promise.